Hi, JP Fornia of the Movie Jerks here, coming to you on day 12 of 31 Days of Horror, the month where I watch a horror film I've never seen every day till I reach Halloween. And let's take a look at what we have today. So yesterday we had Max Steel. Today we get My Soul to Keep. Okay, so this is a kid that's taking people's souls? Poster's a little deceiving. Not all kids' fears are imaginary. Like many 9-year-old boys, Eli Braverman, oh, that's a bad name, believes something menacing lives in his basement. When his older sister leaves him home alone one night, Eli discovers if this evil is real or all in his head. What Eli confronts may end up being far more terrifying than even his worst nightmares. Okay, a Home Alone type of horror film? Well, we'll have to see. My Soul to Keep, day 12 of 31 Days of Horror.
My Soul to Keep might not have had the best timing in being released in 2019, with the following year's pandemic leading to lockdowns. The tale about a kid left home alone who fears that there is a monster in his basement trying to escape in order to steal his soul might be a bit problematic for a child who has been left alone while their parents are working. The film, however, does have a very kid-like friendly adventure for 90% of the film. For the last 10%, well, we'll get into that a little bit later. The film does offer a couple of good kid performances, and these kids feel like real kids. Even if Eli's parents come across as dull, generic parents, and his sister is inexplicably over-the-top evil. The film does take its time setting up its premise and establishing all the required steps to put the plot in motion. But once everything is set, we watch Eli struggle to overcome his fears and learn his strengths. Not to mention use some pretty cool gadgets in the process. The monster, or Eli's foe, is not revealed until the final climax, and I can say the wait is worth it. The design and concept is original, surprising. It also really grounds the film, showing the audience that we're not seeing just regurgitated creature concepts.
I know what it is. It's evil. And the evil I know has a name. The burglary monster.
The burglary what?
The burglary monster.
And despite the cornball name, which is somewhat fitting being that it's created by a child, the lousy name does lead to this.
So this is where the big BM lives? No, he lives over there, by the furnace.
Yes, that's right. This film has two kids searching the basement for BM. And while this is made for kids, the film does have an inexplicable F-bomb right in the middle of the film. It does feel out of place, but probably very necessary to give the film a stronger rating, because while this appears aimed for younger audiences, the ending is certainly not for children. Now, without going into any spoiler alerts, I can say that we have seen many scary children films before, and a good scare always fits nicely into kids' movies. However, this ending is something completely different. This has a reveal that is harsh, and not what any audience will be expecting. And while the shock is bad in itself, there is also one more surprise that follows that is not only disturbing, but potential for developing existential nightmares. Now, this may not affect all people the same way, and every child will be able to interpret this on their own. But it is strong enough that I would recommend for parents to perhaps viewing this film first before just popping it in front of impressionable children. This is an ending that Disney will not attempt in this day and age. So in the end, this is a nicely shot film with a good main lead who's easy to root for. And the film has an ending that is not easily forgotten, which may be a bit too dark for younger viewers. I know this because I know it bothered me.
Eli? Save me.
And there we go, day 12 of 31 Days of Horror. Today I watched My Soul to Keep. What children films do you think are way too disturbing for kids? Let us know in the comments section. And if you're curious about other films we're watching this month, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. And finally, for more information about the Movie Jerks, you can go to www.themoviejerks.ca.